So get the bills, you'll get a 1. And you'll get a 5. Lay it out, just one of them. Lay it out in front of you. You have more than one, but just get one. A 5. Then get a 10. Okay, a 10. This stuff's at 20? Yeah. Yeah, you don't have 50. And a 20.
Wait, Miss Student, do you have to do one? I got 1 and 5.
Well, cut the rest.
1, 5, and 20.
Cut the rest so that you'll have all of them.
1, 5, and 20. I got 20.
And 1, 5, 10, 20. 1, 5, 10, and 20.
Wait, 1, 5, 10, 20. 10.
And 20, yeah.
Yeah, I got 102. 1, 5. We all got one. You gotta count about 10 and then stop again. This is my 100. I'm putting my stuff in a pie.
All right, Brian, can you go get this for me? Papers. Okay, y'all have your bills out? The 1, 5, 10, and 20? Okay. All right, so there are 2 other bills that we won't count that you don't have, but we have what's a 50. There is a $50 bill. It's a real bill, $50 bill.
$50 bill.
And so you count by 50s with a $50 bill, obviously. And then we have a $100 bill. So these are 2 bills you won't have, but those are actually 2 bills as well. And there's a $2 bill as well. Yeah. They're not common. You'll get a $2 bill, but if you go to the bank and ask for one, they'll give, well, you have to have $2 to get a $2 bill. So if you have 2 ones and ask them for a $2 bill, they'll give you one. So yeah, so here's a $100 bill. And then like I said, I don't have a 2, but there's a $2 bill as well. Okay. Okay. So these are your 4 different bills that we'll be learning. Again, you have the 1, the 5, the 10, and the 20. We do have 50 and 100. We're just not focusing on those. Okay. You'll learn those maybe more next year. So we have the $1 bill, right? So the $1 bill is similar to a penny. Whenever you have a $1 bill, you would count by ones, right? So if I have this many, how much money would this be? $2. $2, right? If I have 3 of them, it would be $3. So these dollar bills, you simply count by ones with the dollar bill. So on the dollar bill is George Washington. We learned that. He's on the dollar bill. We know it's a dollar because there's a 1 in each corner. 1, 1, 1, 1. A 1 in each corner. This is usually the front of the bill. This is usually what the back of the bill will look like. Again, it'll have 1, 1, 1 on there. United States of America, $1. So whenever you have $1, you count by ones. Now, it wouldn't make sense for you to count by tens with a $1 bill.
10, 1.
I know, right? Thank you. I know, that would be super strange. Okay, so next we have the $5 bill. The $5 bill reminds us of a nickel. So when we count with the $5 bill, we count by 5. Obviously, 5s. So Abraham Lincoln is on the $5 bill. We see the 5, 5, 5, 5. That lets us know that this is a $5 bill. So if I have 2 of them, let me see. Who knows how much money that would be?
I know.
How much? Tell me.
10.
It has to be 5, 10. $10. Okay, we don't say cents anymore because it's not coins. These are dollars. Now, if I had 3 of them, how much would it be? 5, 10, 15. $15. Okay, and then next we have the $10 bill. 10. Now, obviously, we will count by tens with a $10 bill. Just like with the dime, we count by tens. With the $10 bill, we count by tens. And look, you have 10, 10, 10, 10. All in the corners, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, so if I have 4 of these, look at that, 4 of the 10.
Ooh, that's easy.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I showed y'all the front of the 5, but not the back. This is what the back of the 5.
Ooh.
And look at that. Everybody knows what that place is called?
I know, the White House.
We visited that in D.C. when we went to
Why
Washington. Abraham Lincoln Memorial. The memorial, because he is who is on the $5 bill. Sorry. So anyway, this is the back of the $10 bill here. Okay. All right. So if I have 4 10s, how much money would that be?
40.
40 bucks. 10, 20, 30, 40. What about if I had 6 $10 bills? $60. Right? That's super easy. Super easy to count. The dollars. Now it's dollars. Okay, and then we have the 20. And I'll show you how to count with the 20s. But once you figure it out, you'll be like, oh, that's easy. So here is the $20 bill. We have 20, 20, 20, 20. This is Andrew Jackson. He was also a president. He is on here as well. This is the front of the 20. And this is the back of the 20. See that? Front and back. $20 bill. So of course we count by 20s when we have the $20 bill. Now remember, when we count by 2s, we say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? Well, it's the same thing when you're counting by 20s, except you say 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So when you're counting by 20s, it reminds you of the 2s pattern. Instead, you say 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So if I had 2 20s, how much money? 40 bucks. If I have 3 20s, 60, 20, 40, $60. So when you're counting with your 20s, you count, just think of the 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 40, 60, 80, and then your 100. Yes. All right. So you said you have all your coins, not coins, your dollar bills. Everybody said they have all theirs.
Yes. Except for the 100.
All right. Math will probably be our longest lesson today, guys. So let's keep that in mind. Please do not do that. Okay. So this will probably be, yes, our longest today. All right, kind of getting through this.
I like that.
All right, so did everybody put their bills out?
Yes.
So now I want you to put all the bills out. So put them all out on top of each other, just like I had asked you to do. So put all your 1s in a pile. Put all your 5s in a pile together. Put it on the side of the 1s. Then put all your 10s in a pile. And then put all your 20s.
That's what we
and lay them out. So I'll show you like how I got it here on the laptop. See? Let's see.
This is a 20.
I can't show you like
so
that.
So the 1s are first, then the 5s.
So I have them all laid out. I have a stack of each and I have it laid out in front of me. That's what I would like you to do. Kind of like if you go to the store, that's how the cash register is set up. They have it all laid out in front of them like that.
5.
Yes. I'm getting worksheets for y'all. Worksheets. That's what y'all gonna be doing.
We don't have the.
I have to get them together. I'm getting them together now.
No, it's of the board, so it's gotta be 1, 5, 10, 20, 15. I'm done. That's all that I say now. I have. Okay, and I'm done. I need to do it like this. This is on the board.
You can sit. I'm saying I get it together.
Wait, whose math is on my thing? I didn't come with a math.
Okay, and spelling. All right, you have your money all out? Not really? Okay.
No, ma'am.
All right. So put them all in a pile. I'll give you a minute to do that.
I'm already done.
Okay, awesome.
Bro. There we go. Well, you don't need there's 3.
Yeah, but did you cut everything out? That's the question too. Okay. So that you're not missing anything. Yeah.
I gotta throw away these tips. No, I'm on this thing. Done.
Okay, good.
I'm spreading it in. I'm not ready. I'm trying. Yeah, it's like, Mom, I'm not trying. No one say yes to everything. Sometimes you say yes. Sometimes you say the truth. Yeah. I'm doing it. I'm trying to do good. Okay, I'm sliding mine out. I'm already done. I'll put it in three. He sings. And then I'll put you have a lot of tens. Yeah, I do. I got a lot of ones too. I got about like 4 ones.
Well, y'all all should have the same amount. If you all cut it.
I have 2
That's
tens.
not with us.
I have 2
Thank you.
tens.
Jenny did with us. Narani did with us. Carson did with us. Thank you.
I'm trying to
Fingers
still
get
do.
it together, okay? See, this is why instead of talking, we should maybe listen, because when we listen, that's when we follow the instructions all the way correctly. Yeah.
I'm trying to yeah.
No, that's not what you were doing before that.
20.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, so let's go ahead and practice some money. So I'm gonna ask you for certain amounts, okay? And then I want you to show it to me, well, for those online, show it to me on the screen, okay? So we'll start really simple, okay? Could you show me $4? $4. So get it and then show it to me. $4. That's it.
I got one more left.
Okay, that's your $4. Dennis, Joshua, Vi, are y'all getting $4 for me? Let's see, that's 3. 5. Okay, I see 3.
I got 4. Oh yeah.
Okay, I see your 4. I see your 4 and put them back. Okay, Dennis, good. I see your 4. Spread them out a little bit for me, advice, so I can count it. Yeah. Okay, good. That's your 4. Joshua, you had your 4. I didn't see.
I got 4. I got 4.
Spread them out.
I got to mix them. Oh, I didn't do my initials on this one.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Put your dollars back. Okay. Next, can you show me? Ooh, this is gonna be a tricky one. $7. Somebody said they don't have enough to make 7. No way. Oh, you do. That's a good $7. I see one person with 7. Let me see. Okay. $7. $7. Good, Dennis. I see your 7. Good. That's $36. Okay,
Here's mine.
good. 7. Yep, good. 7. You're not counting, you're just putting things together. Okay, so how could I make 7? Tell me. Good. A 5. 5, and then a 1, 6, another 1, 7. So listen, guys, anytime you have to get to a big number, always go to your highest dollar bill you can use. So in a 7, we could use a 5 to get there, and then 2 ones. Now I couldn't use a 10 to get to 7, right? That's too much. But I could use a 5. If I don't have enough ones, then I will go to my next big bill, which will be a 5, and then finish count to get to 7. All right, we're gonna go higher. Can I get $16? Oh, $16. $16.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50. Wait, 1, 10, 40, 50.
Let's see. Okay, good. Got that from Carson. Good. 16. Is that one a little difficult? Remember, so 16. Figure out what's your highest bill you can get, then count how many more you would need to finish the rest. Now, okay, don't give me a 20. That's too high. So what other bills could I use to get me to that 16? Get it. Well, get it.
Okay. You just say 6.
I see 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait. Oh.
Let me see. Right here. Let me
I
count.
got too much too. So,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 16. So maybe go to a higher bill than 5. Anybody have 16 yet? No?
No, not yet.
Too much. Way too much.
Oh, 10 equals
16. 1, 6, 16.
Wait.
Seems like this one may be a little difficult, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Oh, let me see what you have. Too much. Yeah, with that 10 and that 5, that right there.
Oh, I got
Too much. Let me see. 10, 20. That right there is too much. Okay, 16. It's like this is a little difficult. So when I say 16, we know that we'll need a 10, right? I can't go to 20. That'll be too high. So can y'all look here, please? Because nobody showed me yet. So look here so I can show you how to find 16. So I could get a 10. I can try a 5 out. That'll be 10, 15. So once I get to 15, guess all I need is a what? 1 to finish 16. So I have 10, 15, 16. A 10, a 5, a 1. That would have got me to 16. Or I could have did 5, 10, 15, 3 5s, and a 1. 16. 5, 10, 15, 16. Okay. Let's try one more. Let's try 25. Now that should be easy to get 25. There's so many ways we can get 25.
Wait, where is it? I don't got any 25.
Okay, I have a 25.
I just got
Here.
it. Put your initials on that.
25. I have 1. Okay, good, Dennis. 25. This is 25, 30, 31. Too many, too much. Okay, good, Dennis. 25.
Okay, now. This is. Wait, I don't know.
21, 2, 3, 4. 21, 2, 3, 24. 24. So you just need what? 25. Good. You're not counting. If you're counting that, you would know that's like $50.
4. Wait, I'm trying to do this. I thought we were done already. It's pointless. 20.
Okay, so 25. So of course the easier way would be to get a 20 and a 5. 25. Another way I could do it is a 20 and 5 ones. A 20 and 5 ones. Or I could do 2 10s, 10, 20, and a 5. Or 2 10s and 5 ones. Or I could do 5 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. All right. So good. So we'll stop here. I just want to practice a few. We'll practice some more on tomorrow. So go ahead and put your money up. If you have a Ziploc bag, Maybe if you have a Ziploc bag at home, ask your mom or dad to get you a Ziploc bag to put your money. Yes, good. To put your money in so that you don't lose it. We'll practice some more on tomorrow, okay? All right. And we'll practice writing, how to write down dollar bill amounts because it's a little different to write it down from coins.
Mom, can't get home my book. No, really.
Yes, put it in your folder and be set.
Wait, Miss Noel?
She's not here though.
Miss Fluden?
Uh-huh.
What are we doing?
We just finished the rest of our bills. We're gonna finish math.
Wait a minute, but I didn't know what you guys were doing.
Oh, where were you?
I was
In the bathroom?
How'd you guess?
Well, I just guess. I mean, unless you have to step out. That's okay. We'll practice some more tomorrow.
What did you do for the end?
We did 25 and 16.
She said we'll do more practice. That's it. I'm doing this. It's been already.
We're gonna finish on the board. All right, so let's go ahead and finish a couple of things on the board. All right, so those were our bills. Tomorrow we'll practice some more. So like I said, put your bills in a Ziploc bag so that you'll have it ready for tomorrow when I ask for it, okay? All right, so today we're gonna learn, thank you. Today we're gonna learn 2 new types of shapes, okay? 2 new types of shapes. So we know our regular shapes like a circle, square, rectangle, triangle, right? We know our normal types of, oh, why you got it? You just took it?
No.
Oh. So yes, we know our regular shapes, right? But today we're going to learn what's called geometric shapes. Geometric shapes. Have you heard of those kind of shapes before? No, that's what we'll be learning today. Geometric shapes.
I think I have.
Yeah. So geometric shapes are a 3D type of shape. They will usually, so most of the shapes that we've been talking about have angles, right? We talk about the corners, the angles, but geometric shapes will have sides and faces, okay? Or faces, I mean. That's what they will have. So that's what makes them a little different from the regular shapes that we know. So if you look at it, I have 2 geometric shapes up here. You see the 2 shapes here? Have y'all seen these shapes before? Yeah? Do they look a little 3D, like they're kind of bigger? They don't look so flat like our normal shapes look? Yeah? Okay? So we have this one here. Does anyone know what this shape is called? It's not a square. Normally, if it was 1, we would call it a square, but because of how it looks, it is not a square. Sorry. Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Everybody knows. What would it be called? A cube. Have we heard of a cube? Cube. Yes, so a cube would be similar to like a box. If we're packing something inside of a box, it's a cube. A cube has a total of 6 faces, 6 sides. That's what I mean. When you count a cube, you'll have a top, a bottom, and 2 sides, well, 4 sides all around. Top, bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be your 4 sides for your cube. Okay? So a cube is similar to a square, but it's not a cube. A square has 4 angles. A cube has 6 faces. Next, we have the shape that's called, anybody knows what this is called? It reminds us of a circle. Let's see. Anybody knows what this one is called here?
I know. It's shape.
No.
I read the thing up there.
It's called a spear.
Sphere. I don't know what those are.
Okay?
I don't know what those
A
are.
sphere, a ball. Anytime we have a ball, that's a sphere. Okay? It has 0 faces because it's circular all the way around, so there are no faces on a sphere. So we have a cube that has 6 faces and a sphere that has 0 faces. A cube would be, like I said, a cube would be a box and a sphere would be a ball. So these objects are shapes. They are called geometric shapes because they have faces and sides to them. Instead of our normal shapes that are flat and we have angles, these have faces, okay? So we'll be learning some more of the geometric shapes. We'll learn a few more maybe tomorrow, and when we come back from break, we'll learn some more. We'll learn a total of 5 of them. Okay, so this is a cube, this is a sphere, this is a
Cube. This is a sphere.
good, awesome. All right, let's go ahead and move on to writing. You can get a little sleep paper out. We only have 2 sentences today.
I know what those are called. Thank you, Grace. Thomas, would you like to go put the center of that?
You don't even work.
Susan, do we have science and social studies?
Yes, that'll be last after we're done with the board.
But what will be finally last is Aesop's Fables. But the most one that will be last is Aesop's Fables.
Oh no, we'll read before that.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, here, Carly. And make sure y'all read the directions to see what to do yet.
Wait till
All right, so are we ready? So I have 2 sentences on the board. I have some names, they have some initials, and then they have the last name written out. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Oh. It says T.D. Jakes is a preacher, which he really is. T.D., obviously those are what? Initials. And then Jakes is his last name. So what should be capitalized while I'm writing this?
I know. The initials and his last name.
Good. The initials and his last name. What am I placing in between the initials? What am I placing? Dots. Yes. So T dot D dot Jakes is a preacher. Number 2 says J.C. Green is my doctor. J.C. Green. First, middle, last name is my doctor. So go ahead and write these 2, okay?
Yep, my regular work pencil. T. Jakes. J C green is my doctor. Thomas Fulgens.
Okay, awesome. We'll be I'll give another minute or two for everybody to complete it.
Eight, 89, Done.
All right. So let's look at the first one. T.D. Jakes is a preacher. Number 1. Anybody? Go ahead. Capitalize my T. Good.
Capitalize T.
My D.
And put a dot. And capitalize J. And put a period.
Good. Oh, my bad. I know why you said that. Okay, so we capitalize T, D, and J, and we place dots between the T and D. Good. And period at the end. 2. J.C. Green is my doctor. Anybody? Okay, Dennis?
Capitalize the J.
J.
Dot. Capital Z dot.
Capital C dot, okay.
Capital G.
Capital G.
And period.
Period. Good. Awesome. So that's pretty easy. Is that what everyone did? Writing their sentences? Yeah? Okay, good. All right, let's go ahead. So that's our writing. That's it. The test will be pretty easy this week, guys. So, all right, let's move on to reading Aesop's Fables. We kind of did our lessons yesterday.
Aesop's Fables. Aesop's Fables. Aesop's Fables. It feels like I'm tired right now. Everyone's reading everybody. Babe, I promised friends tomorrow. I did that yesterday. We're doing next place. The box next to it. Oh, yeah. I got time to last. Yeah, no more pictures. Yeah, maybe. Let's see who goes out today. My turn. It depends how you're sitting. You're 5 already. You're going to pick 4. I want the fox and you. And the lion is going to be easy. I put choice first. And the lion. Yeah, I gave my mama Miss Williams. I gave my mama riddles. I said, this is something. What is a riddle anyway? Oh, okay. This is something. They say read fast on that. Read as fast as you can, but at home I do read as fast.
All right, so let's go ahead and start on page 5 today. Everybody has their book?
Yes. Where's my book? Where's my book?
So we'll read this. So yesterday we read The Goat and the Wolf. Remember the goat was trying to trick the wolf to come down? But he was like, I'm not coming down, because he knew what the wolf was trying to do. So let's read The Fox and the Lion today on page 5.
I knew that. I was on it. Should I bring my hand?
Right here.
The fox and the lion. A little fox ran out to play. Just then a lion came along to make a loud noise. Oh my, cried the little fox as he ran away to hide. That noise is so loud, I fell die of fright. Another day, the fox ran out to play again. The lion came along.
Okay, so one day a little fox is out, minding his business, and he's out playing, right? And so the lion comes, and what does the lion do? Well, I didn't say roar. It just said he made a loud noise, right? So did it frighten the little fox?
Yes.
Yes, he's like, I'll die of fright, okay? So another day, the fox come out, just to play, and then the lion comes out and does what again? Makes that loud noise. Okay, let's look at 6. There's no way you finished all of that. No way. Don't believe it. There's more in here. And this is wrong. It says put the food and then the letter. Can't read half of this. These words aren't even written right. You read commas, you put quotations. Power of reading. Sorry, okay, page 6, anybody?
Me.
Okay, thank you, go ahead. I was trying to see. Yeah, go ahead, Avaya, yeah.
Oh, my.
Fast, big, large.
Here is the lion again. I wish he would not make that loud noise, but I need to run away. A third time, the little fox ran away out to play. A third time, the lion came along. Oh my, said the little fox. The lion has come again. I will speak to him. Mr. Lion, why do you roar at me?
Okay, so whenever the lion roars again, he scares the little fox again, right? And so he's like, okay, I need to figure out why this fox is doing this. Why this lion is doing this. So the lion comes out a third time and he scares the fox again. So this time the fox does what? He asks him, why are you roaring at me? Let's look at page 7. Okay. Come on, Kinley.
Can I read?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna let him read. Oh. Okay, go ahead, Joshua. Yeah, you can read 7.
Mama.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
I have the wrong book.
Oh, okay. You can try to fix it now, but I meant what I said.
I don't need this.
You have it? Huh? Yes, no. It shouldn't ask for that. That's how I know the instructions were read. Modified. Oh, just describe, not that. So we finally got our grades. So the verb is got. So the remember, adverbs have ly. I told y'all that. That's how you figure out what the adverb is. They always have ly. You have it, Joshua, or not? No.
No.
Okay. Come on, Kinley, page 7.
Lion was surprised that the fox spoke to him. He was so surprised that he stopped in the middle of his room. He looked hard at the little fox. Then he walked away.
Okay. So the lion went out to roar, as he always would. The fox asked him, "Why are you roaring at me?" But what does the lion do?
The lion looks at the little fox.
Yeah. He just looks at him and he doesn't even say anything. He just looks at the fox and he walks away. Why do you think he did that? Why do you think the lion didn't respond to him? Why would he just look at him and not say anything? What do you think? He was surprised that the fox spoke to him, right? But why do you think the lion would go out to roar like that? Do you think he had a reason or he just was roaring? What do you think?
Yeah, trying to.
Okay, she said he was maybe just trying to scare the fox. Maybe so. And when the fox spoke up, the lion was like, "Oh, the fox speaking to me?" So yeah, he could have just been surprised. Okay, good. All right, so that's our story today, the fox and the lion. So it was bold for the fox to finally say, "You know what, lion, what is going on?" And the lion was speechless. He didn't know what to say. All right, awesome. So let's go ahead and go over science and social studies and we'll be done for the week. For the day. Let's start with social studies. We'll be on page 80. So we are now on a new continent.
We're not on apples. Mamas. I said mamas. I didn't say mamas. We are on French. French. I was on French. Where's that? French. It's French. It is 80.
So remember, we are on, wrong map. We're on a new continent. So,
what page is it on?
80. So we visited North America here, where we went to Canada, Mexico. Then we went to South America, where we went to Peru. Then we flew across the Atlantic, and we are now in Europe, where I told you we'll be for a couple of weeks visiting a couple of different places. So here we have Europe here. This is the continent of Europe. This is the actual closer map of Europe. So we went to London last week, right? Tell me some things about London. What did we learn about London? Let's see who remembers.
Queen Elizabeth.
They have a queen. Her name is Queen Elizabeth. Good. What else did we learn about London, England?
That it does not have a queen.
At the moment, they don't have a king. Yes, they have only a queen.
And the is London.
Yes, the capital city of England is London.
Miss Flugent.
They have double-decker buses.
And the clock is Big Ben.
That clock is Big Ben. Remember Buckingham Palace? What's special about Buckingham Palace? Who lives there?
The Queen.
The Queen will live there. And who are the Bobbies? The guards, right, who stand outside of the Buckingham Palace. Oh, one more thing. Okay.
They call fish and fries fish and chips.
Yes, they call fish and fries fish and chips. Good. And so yeah, so they have a lot of different things in England. So there's a store called War Market. I don't know if y'all have that where you are, but those stores, actually, you can find a lot of foods from like these different countries at these stores. So if you have one in your city, maybe you can ask your parents to visit. We tried some biscuits last week, which are cookies from Europe. So yeah, well, from England. Okay, so we are gonna go to our next country. Okay, the people there do not speak English at all. They speak a different kind of language. Page 80.
I know what language they speak.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna leave England and we're gonna come here to France. France, look how big it is. France. Okay, so the people in France are called the French people, and they speak French as well. So in France, they not only speak French, but they are also the French people. So that'll be easy to remember. They are the French people and they speak French. Okay? So yeah, the French people speak French. French people speak French. All right, so we could take a train through the Channel. The Channel is like this little tube that can take you from England all the way to France. That's kind of a picture of it here. I would love to go one day to visit Europe, to visit these places, maybe one day. So the Channel, like CH, Chun. The Channel is a tunnel deep underground that goes under the English Channel between England and France. So this channel is like a little tube train you can take. It's an underground train. It'll take you from London all the way to France, okay? So the capital city, which this is the most famous city that people know France for, is Paris. Have you heard of Paris before? Paris? No, you haven't heard of Paris? Paris? Oh, okay. Well, Paris is the capital city of France. That's their most popular city. Most people know France because of the city of Paris, okay? So Paris is the capital of France. It is a large and beautiful city. Here you can visit the most famous tower, the Eiffel. Now I know y'all seen the Eiffel Tower before. Yeah. So the Eiffel Tower is one of the famous towers in Paris. It is very tall. You can actually climb stairs or ride an elevator all the way to the top of the Eiffel Tower. I'll show you some stuff tomorrow, footage of that tomorrow. And so there's restaurants in there as well. So that is really, really cool to be able to see the Eiffel Tower and to be able to go inside of it, walk around and kind of see what's going on in there. So it's over 1,000 feet tall. And whenever the weather's clear, when you're standing, when you're inside of it, you can see like up to 50 miles of the whole city. That's how high up it is. And that's how good of a view it has of the entire city of Paris. There are many different kinds of bridges in Paris. There's also a lot of different cheeses. They like cheese in Paris. In France, I'm sorry, cheese. Yeah, so all kinds of different cheeses, right? Okay, so France is one of the largest continents in Europe. I mean, if you look at the map, you can see that. This is Europe. Look at France, the size compared to like England, it's really big, right? Not this here, this is Russia, that's something else. But France and Spain is pretty big. We don't go to Spain, but Spain is pretty big as well. But France is one of the largest continents, countries in Europe, okay? So in Paris, well, in France, they have a bike race that they have every single year. They have a bike race and it's called the Tour de France. That's what it's called. So what happens is it'll be a bicycle race that lasts for about a month in France, and they ride all throughout the country. This bicycle race, it'll last for a month. People just riding their bikes, right? Very popular bike race. And so people come from all over the world to participate in the Tour de France, where they tour the city, but they're doing like a bike race all throughout the country. I keep saying city, the country of France. Paris is called the City of Lights because lights can be seen at night. It's so lit up. Even at night, it's still a lot of lights that are that you can see. That's why they call it the city of lights, because there's so many lights. Even at night, it's lit up. Okay, so again, the people in France are the French people, and they speak French. The capital city is Paris. You can see the Eiffel Tower there. You can go inside of the Eiffel Tower. You can see they have the bike race in France. It tours the whole country. It's called the Tour de France. And the nickname for Paris is the City of Lights, because it's always lit up. So let's leave France here. And they have a lot of different cheeses in France. So we're going to leave France and we're going to come right next door here to Switzerland. Switzerland. Have y'all heard of Switzerland?
No.
Have you heard of Swiss chocolate?
Yeah. Yes.
That's where that comes from.
Oh.
So we're going to leave France and come right here to Switzerland. So Switzerland has beautiful mountains. They are a part of the Alps, which are some of the tallest mountains in the world. And so one of those mountains is called the Matterhorn. Matterhorn. The Matterhorn has snow on top of it year round. That's how high up it is in the sky. The higher up in the sky you go, the colder it gets. So because the Matterhorn is so high in the sky, it has snow on top of it year round. Even in the summer, snow is on the top of that mountain because it's so high up in the sky. The people from Switzerland are called the Swiss people. The people from Switzerland are called the Swiss people. Switzerland, Swiss. In Switzerland, they are known for making watches and clocks. They have Swiss watches, Swiss clocks. They also are known for making cheese and chocolate. So if you ever had some hot chocolate will say that it's Swiss chocolate. And they also have Swiss cheese. Y'all know the cheese that has the holes in it? Have y'all seen that cheese before?
Yeah.
It has circles in it, the holes. So that is Swiss cheese. That's what they're called. That's what it's called. I'm sorry. Swiss cheese. So in Switzerland, they're called the Swiss people. They make chocolate, they make cheese, and they also make watches. That's why a lot of these things are called Swiss. So Switzerland, like I said, has beautiful mountains. Some of these are the tallest mountains in the world. The Matterhorn, for example, is the tallest mountain in Switzerland. So yodeling. Have you heard of people that yodel? Yeah, when they'll be like yodel like that. Yeah. That's where they come from. They come from Switzerland. Yeah, so yodeling is singing at a different pitch at different times. So they do this. It's not just for fun, but they do it to communicate in the mountains. That's why they do that. So when we hear, and yeah, we'll look at some stuff tomorrow, but whenever we talk about yodeling, they're not just doing that just to do it. They're doing it for a reason. So, yes. So not only do they yodel, but they have this instrument called an alpenhorn. It's a really, really, really long pipe. I'll show you tomorrow what it looks like. And they'll play this alpenhorn. They'll play it to send signals, to play music. It can be like 6 to 20 feet long. That's how long it is. Yes. Okay, so that is Switzerland, and if you look at their flag and also the France flag, flags are different. France kind of has the same colors as ours, red, white, and blue. But if you remember, who gave us the Statue of Liberty? French. Remember, the French people gave America the Statue of Liberty. We like France. And then Switzerland here is their flag. Okay, so those are your two countries this week, France and Switzerland. Okay, so when we get back from the break, we're going to go to the Netherlands, Norway, and Germany. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and move on to our science, and then we'll be done for the day. So we're moving on to a new chapter. So we finished with insects, ants in particular. We're on page 94 in science. And we are moving on to plants.
That's why you put on red to learn about
There's
plants.
more you could circle that talks about the forest. Or you can circle that talks about the ocean.
That's why
In the right order.
I've been on this page because my mama teach me this all the time. One time my mom goes to passes and it hurts very.
What does it say?
The
So I don't see commas. Uh-huh.
I know how to hold it. That's what one time I saw a catch.
Fix the 2 pages I'll tell you to fix. All right. What did you say?
I know how to yodel.
Huh?
I know how to yodel.
Oh, yeah?
Me too.
Recess. I don't know why you brought this to me. And yeah, but this is still not neat. And this either. Or you can go by your mom. Which one?
Mom.
Or you can go by your mom to show her. Okay, plants. All right, so plants are a very important part of God's plan for our world. We need plants to live. We do. Right? Not only do we need food to eat, but we also need plants as well. So we can't just strictly eat meat. We need plants. And why? Because the meat we eat, guess what they rely upon? Plants to survive. So without plants, there could be no life at all. There are many things, I'm on 95. There are many things we enjoy and need, but we could not have them without plants. We need milk to grow strong, right? If you drink cow milk, you need milk to grow strong. Guess what cows eat? Grass. Grass is a plant. So if there were no plants, cows would not have any grass to eat. And guess what we would not have?
Milk.
Cows. Well, milk, yes, we wouldn't have cows. Because not only milk comes from cows, but I told you before that meat, if you like to eat ground beef, burgers, steak, any of that, spaghetti, any of those foods, guess what meat that comes from? Cows. So if we have no cows, we don't have this meat, and then we would not have those foods that we like, right? Let's look at Meg. She has on a cotton dress. Cotton comes from plants. Oh, cotton is grown as a plant. Cotton is a plant.
Cotton is a plant.
Yeah, cotton is a plant. And if there were no cotton that grew, a lot of our clothing is made from cotton. And so we wouldn't have all the clothing that we have. Some of maybe our favorite things to wear, we would not be able to wear because we wouldn't have cotton, which is a plant that we make things with. Peter has a coat made from wool. Wool comes from sheep. Also lamb. If you eat lamb, that is also from sheep as well. So these are meat. This is a meat, and also wool is, their fur. We used to make different things, but if sheep did not eat grass, if there was no grass, guess what? We wouldn't have wool and we wouldn't have lamb for those who like to eat lamb. So plants grow in all the different parts of the world. We could not live without plants. Not only do we get food from plants, but also we get oxygen. We're able to breathe in. When we take a deep breath in, we're breathing in the air oxygen that comes from plants, right? So plants give us a lot of things like beautiful flowers, like food, but also most important thing is oxygen. We wouldn't be able to breathe without plants. Plants give off oxygen. We breathe in that oxygen. We breathe out carbon dioxide, which we give to the plants, and the plants will give oxygen back to us. And it's just a cycle that continues on and on and on. Let's look at 96. If you like ham, I don't know, but if you like ham, you like pork chops or bacon, things like that, that comes from pigs. Pigs eat plants. Not really, but pigs eat plants. So if the pig did not have any plants, you would not have ham and pork if you eat that. But if you do eat pork and ham and bacon and all of that, that breakfast sausage, that comes from pork. And it says ham, but pork. Pork is from a pig. Yeah. Okay. Not just that, but some medicine gives us some plants give us medicine. A lot of medicines, especially like older medicines, like natural remedy type of medicines, they come from plants. And if there were no plants, we would not be able to have these medicines. So not only does plants give us food, oxygen, but medicine as well. Okay, let's look at 97. Animals will use plants to make homes. Trees, a lot of animals will use trees, right? Like birds live in the trees. And if there were no trees, the birds would not have any place to lay their head at night, right? Also homes. When we look at our house, we see all the walls, the floor, the ceiling. But guess what? When your house started to be built, could you hold it? When your house was first built, guess what it started as? Wood. Guess where wood comes from? Trees, which is a plant. So if there were no plants, you would not have wood to build. You would not have
No wood to make a.
You would not have trees where you get wood from, where you build your house. So then we would probably live in tents or something, right? I don't know if y'all want to live in a tent, but
I would,
you know, yes. So there are hundreds and thousands of kinds of plants. Some are huge. The hugest plant is a tree, right? We have like sequoia trees, which we talked about when we went to no, which national park is that? Yosemite. When we went to Yosemite National Park, remember the sequoia trees, these big huge trees. So plants are the largest, trees are the largest plants. Okay, so trees are used for a lot of things. So if there were no plants, we would not have a lot of things. We would not have food. We would not have oxygen. We would not have medicine. We would not have homes if there were no plants. So plants are very, very, very important. That's why God created it on day 3. He made the dry land come out of the waters, where that's where we found plants, flowers, fruits, vegetables. All of that came from plants on day 3. And like I said, yes, we like to eat meat, right? But the meat that we eat eats plants. So they need it too. So everything needs plants, not only us, but animals as well. So that's our introduction to plants. Next week, well, when we come back from break, we'll start to talk about the different parts of a plant, because there are 4 parts of a plant and each part has a specific purpose and what they do to help the plant to survive, to be able to grow the way that it does. Okay. All right. So that's your science this week. Very, very easy. Just got to know what plants help us to do. Why are they important? Okay. All right, guys. So that is it. I believe we covered all of our lessons for today. Yes. Oh, we didn't do language adjectives. Just study your categories tomorrow. We'll go into it a little more because we're kind of out of time. All right. So yes, go over your adjectives papers, looking at the different categories. Remember, color. Anybody has others? If we give a color, if we give the
weather,
the type of weather,
the taste,
the taste,
the color.
I said color, but yes, smell,
Sound,
the sound, yes, how it size, how it feels. All of these words are examples of adjectives. Those words are not adjectives, but when we give words that fit into these categories, these types, they are adjectives. So study your paper so that you're ready tomorrow. We'll kind of practice giving adjectives for nouns, okay? All right, guys, so y'all have a good day. Dennis, you had a question before we go?